Guys, what's up? Unrested back with J News with Gaijin Views. I've got just 2 stories for you today. The reason I'm only filing it down to 2, because I usually do 3, is because I want to get some comments back on the first story, which I will start right now. In Sapporo, a 26-year-old man hit a 13-year-old girl via vehicular. She was hit after he was using a substance known as herb. Herb is a synthetic version of marijuana, and it's legally sold in Japan. I myself do not partake. I barely even drink these days. But I have friends who use it, and I know Japanese people who do. And there's been like a string of these videos on Japanese TV, on, Nico Nico, which is like the Japanese version of YouTube, of people who use this synthetic drug. And I know there's different types, like bath salt's different from herb. I understand this. I've actually seen what they look like. And there is a difference in even what their, I guess, visual look is. And these people are not using bath salts. That stuff makes people pretty freaking psycho crazy. They're using this herb stuff, but they're still freaking out here in Japan. I've seen people use the same stuff in America, and they don't seem to get as crazy. Like, they don't really seem to have any kind of problem at all. But really at this point, I guess people in America are commonly using only real marijuana. I mean, like the real thing, because it's starting to become more and more legal, which is, it's incredible to me. When I left the country 8 years ago, everywhere it was still illegal. So it's amazing. My country has totally changed since I left. But what's your opinion on this? I want to hear you, the viewer, tell me your opinion, your comment. What do you think about this? Why in Japan do people really freak out when they use this stuff? I mean, there's videos of them like literally like going into like elliptic rages and shaking violently on the street and foaming at the mouth and like rubbing their arms up and down on the sidewalk and just losing it, just absolutely losing it. And I've never seen a gaijin get into this situation. I mean, maybe there's just not a video of it, so that could totally be. If you've got a video of something like that, go ahead, just comment with the link below. I have to approve links because of YouTube's stupid message approval, so if I don't approve it right away, it's just because I'm not home and on my computer. But what do you think about that? It's just such a weird situation to watch this. The second story we have today is a happy story to end on. A 9-year-old girl in Oita fell, a 4-year-old girl in Oita fell 9 stories. She fell 9 stories out of an apartment and was only minorly injured. Totally survived. Apparently when she fell, the way the apartment was built was kind of on a slant, a grading line. How do you say, a degrading line? And she came off kind of like a giant slide, I suppose, fell into a bunch of bushes and only received minor injuries to her legs. She can like still walk, talk, do fine. She's okay. But she fell 9 stories. Totally okay. Lucky girl. Glad to hear it. Finally a happy story in the news. Other than that, I just want to end with a comment that I had yesterday. I had to take down the video because of all kinds of crazy stuff going on with other things not related to the comment I ended the video with. But as of today, I said in my video yesterday that I deleted that I've ended doing all the Julian RSD videos. It's gone, it's off, it's finished. Even today we saw on CNN, Julian apologized with the most insincere, wretched apology I think I've ever seen, and talked about how he can't be happy if everybody hates him. I'm glad he worries about himself first and not about anybody that he's actually hurt. A viewer yesterday asked me a comment. I was actually talking to this viewer, and they left me with a comment when I was going to take a 45-minute train ride home, and it was so thought-inducing, I guess I could say that I thought about it the whole 45 minutes home. He said, if someone like Julian came into a store that you worked at, for example, like in the video where he comes into the 7-Eleven convenience store and molests or sexually assaults or the girl working at the counter. He said, so imagine you own your own store. You're not part of a franchise. You're not going to get in trouble with head office or anything like that. You own your own store. He comes in, he does that. And how would you react? What would you do? If you could just leave a comment below on both of those two topics. One, with the herb use in Japan, why you think people might be freaking out when they use it here, but why it doesn't seem so common, or maybe it is more common in other countries that people freak out when they use that. And what would you do if you owned a store and someone like Julian walked in and sexually assaulted or harassed one of your employees? How would you react? Until next time, I am Unrested. If you like what you saw here today, please like, comment, and subscribe.